Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first edition of the Scuffed podcast. Today I'm joined by Zach, Sam, and Jamie. Say hello, everyone.
I'm eating a sandwich.
Hello.
Cheers for that, Jamie.
That was needed information.
Okay, so where are we going to start?
I'm up starting at the start.
Games, maybe?
Shut up, Zach.
Games?
Okay, let's start with H1Z1.
Okay.
Sam, what are your views on H1Z1 and how it's just crumbled over the last months and how they're trying to fix it, but they're not?
You're giving your views.
Uh-huh.
Well, my views on the most recent update, I feel like they're going in the right direction, personally. I feel like they're reverting the things that people want. I don't think they should have reverted the Z2 map back to the Z1 map.
It's coming home.
I enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
I don't like Z1 either.
I enjoyed the original map. Bullet speed obviously needs to be sorted. Hit reg still. Helmet body, the usual. Jace Hall, please help us. And that's about all I've got to say.
Jace Hall really needs to help us. He's buying H1Z1. If he doesn't do something with it, the game's just gonna legit die. So he's like our Lord and Savior.
Lord and Savior Jace Hall.
It's either it can be
Zach,
Jace Hall or Jake Paul.
Huh?
You haven't played much of H1, but
I
what
have
are
not.
your views on it? How did you experience it?
Well, I mean, it was alright at the beginning when I first started. What season was that? I don't.
It would have been
What-
pre-season 2.
Pre-season 2, and then I stopped until like 5 months ago. So what was that?
That would have been the final pre-season, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, and it was shit when I came back. So, and I haven't played it really since the new update.
Wait, so it's sort of like leaving a puppy outside, then coming outside, and the puppy's gone. Like,
yeah,
that's what each one is.
that was my experience.
Yeah, you kind of get it, and you're happy, and you're excited.
I got the puppy, and it was great.
You're
and
enjoying it. You're playing around with the puppy, but then the puppy.
And then it was shot in the face.
Yeah, like the puppy starts pooing on the floor, and you realise you have to pick up that poo.
Yeah.
It's when the puppy
then it was
runs
shot
into
in
the
the
open
face.
fire.
So you uninstall that poo from your computer, and along with it goes the puppy.
Yeah.
Roan, what's your views? On
May I
it?
just point out this
Later on.
sandwich is really nice.
I'm staring at Jaffa cakes.
I have no food in front of me.
I think that H1 they've not listened for the past like 5 months, and now that they are listening, it's starting to take a right turn.
Not a left turn.
I just feel like the community's already left.
Fuck it.
Half the community's already moved over to Fortnite and become professional on Fortnite.
Yeah, a lot of the
Shit game.
community aren't giving H1 any more chances. Give them enough.
Yeah. I think the contracts that they're trying to get the pros to sign as well are a bit ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah.
Wait, what are these contracts? I am
It's like you're locked in for 18 months and, stuff like that. So, like, they are obliged to pay... They're obliged? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, obliged.
Yeah, so they have to play H1 for 18 months, and they're not allowed to leave.
And if they leave, they get like sued or something, don't they?
Yeah.
That's a bit bullshit.
Yeah.
I assume that we can swear.
It's not always that they have to play, but it's just they have to play competitively for.
Yeah. I feel like when you're locked in like that, though, it makes you not want to do it. It kind of takes the fun and the enjoyment that you had out of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being forced to play games different to playing it by yourself.
But, I mean, I guess mentioning the pros moving to
Forward.
Fortnite moves on to our next topic. Perfectly, I guess.
It does. I was going to mention this, but you've beaten me to it.
Jamie gave his views.
I'm eating my sandwich.
Rowan, you being the longest Fortnite player.
Dick.
Fortniter.
Yeah, you've got the most experience on Fortnite, so...
Yeah. So I started playing Fortnite start of season 1, and I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I like only just started getting good at H1. That was when they started fucking up, obviously. And I started playing this game. It was like, oh my god, this game's perfect, but nobody's gonna play it with me because everyone's still like trying to revive H1. so nobody played it with me. And then I just kind of kept playing solos and dying, and just went back to H1 because I can be fucked with it. Well, I think the whole like building thing's good, but they're slowly taking an H1 route and doing a fucking U-turn.
Hashtag P90s.
It's getting to the point where like I'm thinking it's like there's no shotguns anymore. I'm getting that much SMGs because there's too many of them. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
What? Too many
like, a
SMGs
shotgun.
or?
Yeah, there's like one.
Yeah, but the shotguns just
five.
don't do what they used to do. Like I was playing earlier on, and I was mentioning to who I was playing with that it would like there was never a space for an SMG in my inventory, but now there is like a
It's
lot.
almost always
So-
there.
Huh?
It's almost always there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like,
there's always an SMG in my inventory now, and
Before,
it's.
I would have.
It would be one of those guns that you just leave it to the side unless it was a purple TAC SMG.
Yeah,
That
you would,
ripped.
You would have only taken a shotgun, your sniper and stuff. But now it's like you have 2 SMG slots sometimes. Like you can take your drum gun and your P90, and you even forget about the shotgun on occasions.
Yeah, like the P90 will quite easily replace a shotgun. It will tear someone's shield quicker than a shotgun will.
It's turned into CS:GO, but instead of rushing B, you're rushing someone, and like it's destroying their base. Because it rips through structures. It's like
Yeah,
nothing
they
like
also
Yeah,
like
so-
they're buffing, they're nerfing building now as well. So
yeah.
the
it's just like CS.
Just like CS, but with buildings, different graphics. Instead of rushing people, no, instead of rushing objectives, you're rushing enemies.
I've got a similar sort of entry into Fortnite as Roan, except it was 2 seasons later. And well, 2.5 seasons later. I found it was great. I really enjoyed it, and I hadn't played a battle royale since I stopped playing H1, like a year ago. So like 6-month break, and it was just like I loved it, but everyone else was playing different games, and I couldn't get anyone on. And every time I went to the pub, I was like, "Come on, join Fortnite," and it was and then eventually they joined. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I think that the game is it definitely peaked at the end of season 3. End of season 3.
End of the world.
Mid-season 3 probably.
Yeah, mid season 3. Was season 3 when they introduced the guided missiles and then reverted them? Oh yeah, that's a topic
Yeah.
to talk about.
Yeah,
Everyone's seen the news today, yeah?
yeah. They're
Yeah.
bringing it back.
They're
Hopefully
coming
it's
back.
It's not like 2.
Apparently they've been rebalanced and
Yeah, but
and
you just
stuff.
know that they've not been though. That's the thing.
No, yeah, I know. Well, I mean, rebalanced. If they're
But-
rebalanced like the P90, then they're fucking OP.
But by balance, I think they mean just like maybe putting a couple like floats on the side of it or
Well,
some shit to make it a little bit.
The way they've
more
sort of
aerodynamic.
the way they're making it out is if it's more of a scouting tool than an actual weapon.
Yeah, but then it would just be the like whole or like the I don't even know what the heck's called now. This has not been there for so long. It's they're turning it like into something that it's not because it's going to destroy. It's like
Well, unless it doesn't do any damage and it is just a like a
Yeah.
UAV type thing. It may well be just a UAV type deal that is just called a guided missile.
Yeah.
because they should just remove the missile thing altogether and replace it with something else.
I
It's
think
not
that they
really
need to like
getting missile.
nerf every explosive because
They've done a good job with the C4. The C4's been nerfed to a point where it's
yeah,
acceptable.
C4 is
I
in a
still don't
good
feel like
state now.
explosives are balanced. Full stop.
No,
Yeah, you
explosives
got
in
nade
general
spammers
aren't,
and that.
but the C4 I think is balanced now. I think that it just needs to be the others need to be nerfed in
I
order
just feel like
to
explosives should be removed. Crossbow, get the crossbow back, personally.
crossbow.
Crossbow was only
would
used
be
to
a-
scare the shit out of your mates, so like we just shoot from.
I
or to
remember when
shoot
I,
an
um,
absolutely nutty headshot across the
When
map.
I first started playing, and I had literally no idea what was going on, and Rowan would always fire a crossbow near me. And I would be spinning around for minutes, like I had no
I
clue.
didn't start
But
building
Rowan,
in
someone's
Fortnite.
definitely shooting at us.
I didn't
I
start
do that with
building in
silence
Fortnite.
weapons. Like I pick up a silence weapon and I'll just shoot near one of my teammates.
So-
I didn't start building in Fortnite till like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jamie, what are your views on when you first came across Fortnite and like now and stuff? Your overall.
Before
about Fortnite?
balance, now unbalanced. Yeah, that's all I can really say.
'Cause with me,
Hang
I
on,
was
there's
more...
a lot of background noise that's just picked up.
Oh, there's none on my end.
No, it is you.
Yes, so there's none on my end.
It's okay now. It's okay now.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
it's gone down.
It's because I'm using muting my mic, so there's no echoing.
Okay.
I was kind of forced into Fortnite. I kind of didn't have a choice because my only teammate from H1 got bored. I don't know who that would be. Hey, Rowan. So I was kind of bullied into playing Fortnite, and
I remember.
Buying the battle pass.
I remember when you first started streaming it because I was tuned in for the first time in ages. I think it was the first time we'd spoken in ages as well, and it was just because obviously I'd been playing it for I think it was like a month or so before you, and you I remember one like stream you did, you were trying so hard to figure out how to turn your stairs after
yeah.
you'd played
So
them.
my editing of stairs were the worst. I feel like
And
I picked the game up
I-
relatively quick,
Well, yeah, I'd agree.
but
But yeah, it was funny, just like me, someone that was like dreadful at battle royales, and having played with you on H1 like pre-season
Still
2. Oi, better than you. But yeah, I remember like you being good at battle royales and me like not at all, and me having to tell you through your Twitch chat that this is how you grab the middle thing and
Yeah.
you turn it in the direction
So,
you want, and it was
I feel
and
like
you were there like, what?
I've
What
had,
do I
like,
do?
I'd say 5 months I've probably been playing Fortnite now, maybe less.
Yeah, well, I've been playing 7, so I guess
5 or 6 then.
Yeah,
And that's like intense playing. Like, I mean, I don't think there's been a day where I haven't played Fortnite apart from holidays and
yeah, same with me.
Wait, can I just bring something up, Roan? You
Yeah.
retweeted a video of DJ Khaled did that Overwatch thing. What
Okay.
the fuck? How did
That's,
this?
is that a topic for now, or is that
Anyway,
a topic
Yeah,
No,
for
yeah,
no,
it's
no,
just-
no. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
No, Jimmy. Okay, we're
Finish
talking
up
to you.
or some shit.
So anyway, I feel like everything I learned from Rowan, like literally everything from building, is now absolutely pointless in the game. I feel like if I build, I'm more likely to die than if I just stand and spray. It's,
That's what I think as well.
it's absolutely ridiculous because I know that if I build up, they're gonna drop down and just spray it down with the P90, and then I'm falling to my death, and it's embarrassing as fuck.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's no point
Yeah.
in building anymore. Like if you can land shots, or you have an SMG.
But like, I remember like learning to double pump and how fun that was. Like, you miss the first headshot, you instantly swap and you hit the next one. You
Oh,
get,
that
like,
was-
you don't-
you get
and
annoying
I-
damage
so
to
I
the
was
head.
I was like so late to double pumping, and then I picked it up, and then like 3 weeks later it was gone. It was so gutting because I was just getting good at it, and I was just getting to the point where I could actually tear the shit
Yeah,
out
because
of people.
if one player can't do it, no one can.
Yeah, but you don't
Yeah,
you don't
which is-
understand season 2 double pump. It was literally like twice as fast as attack.
I also feel like bring back purple tactical shotgun and factories, please. Please bring them back.
Bring back factories.
Rebuild factories.
What do you feel about the constant map changes?
I quite like it. I think that it adds tone to the game that's dying.
I'm good if
It
Like,
is
it's
good
not
though,
like
as well.
it's not like properly dying, but like the game would get boring if it was just the same map
So I feel like
the whole time. But I think that it
Instead
should be
of-
maybe expanded rather than changed.
I was going to kind of add. I was going to kind of say that. I feel like they adding all of these extra places at the start of the season is absolutely ridiculous. I feel like they should slowly introduce places throughout the season.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
I mean, I love
different
risky.
events
And make
every single week.
and make the seasons less obvious that it's changed as well. Like, you know, upgrade the battle pass, do all of that, and maybe have a nice event or something like that, like they did with the meteor and all of that.
Yeah.
But don't like just suddenly switch over a day and suddenly there's 4 more cities. Like, you know, do you remember when the meteor was about, and they mentioned something about the adaptive map, where they were mentioning how they could have had Tilted being built over the course of the 10 weeks and things like that.
Yep.
Like that would have been cool. Like, so there's a whole season of this place being built.
That
and
did
slowly
kind of happen in
changing.
season 4 because stuff was slowly getting repaired.
Yeah, but it wasn't to the extent of an entire point of interest actually going up.
The main thing I think as well is that they should have, when they noticed that they were getting a huge amount of players, they should have upped the lobby count to 150 and started expanding on the map. So instead
Yeah,
of removing
that's fine.
huge named places like Whaling and Anarchy and stuff, expanding the map outwards so there's separate islands. So like the meteor could have landed and crashed into the sea, or like on the edge of the map, and that's like a new.
Or on the edge
section
of the
kind
map,
thing.
and then it splintered the map and created an island there that's
Yeah.
now got bridges that can't be
It's-
destroyed to get across to it and things like that.
It's
Yeah.
sort of like in real life where like a volcano erupts and it like blows all the sides of it. It should then creates an island or something like that, or some
Yeah.
sort of event like that.
Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been really cool. And you know, they've still got a massive player count. I don't think it's going down, is it? I mean, I've not paid too much attention to the stats, but I'm pretty sure it's not going down. So
I
that's
think it's
something
probably
they
dropped
could
since
still
season 3,
do.
but I mean, there's no way it's going to drop. Like with all the cross-platforms as well, there's no way.
Yeah,
it
that
can-
well, that's the other thing. Cross-platform, fucking. But you know, this isn't a Fortnite thing. It's more of a Sony thing. But they need to allow for games where they're cross-platform and with both platforms to be able to cross-platform.
So I think they've let.
with all three.
I think Sony have now agreed that they didn't do it with Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I read that
Yeah,
as well.
Microsoft have already done that.
Yeah, but I know Sony had like a huge issue, so Sony was just doing PC.
Yeah, so Sony were like PC and us. That's it.
Sony are fucking
And-
stuck up as shit though. Like they'll do
And
anything
it,
for
yeah,
the money.
but I don't blame them because Microsoft were like it when it was the 360 and the PS3.
Yeah, because I know that the PS3 was always up for
had a
help.
Yeah,
With that, I understand where Sony's coming from, because Sony always wanted to partner up with Microsoft on the PS3 and Xbox 360 because the Xbox 360 was bigger. But obviously now tables have turned, so the PS4 is much bigger. So now
Yeah,
Microsoft
back
wants
to
to
how
team
it
up
should
with
be.
Sony. It's like Sony's like, well, nah, like, you didn't want to help us, so we're not going to help you. So fuck off.
Right.
yeah. No,
Let-
I get that. I do get that, but I do think that at the very least, players that have linked their account to Xbox or PS4 should be able to link it the other way as well, so that you can have your purchases on your PC on both your Xbox and your PS4. If
Yeah.
you've got all three, like that should be a thing that's allowed.
If you
Even
buy
if you're not-
Minecraft
even-
on PC, you get it on everything.
Yeah, like even if it's not allowed that PS4 players can play with Xbox players, at least allow them to carry their purchases across. What if they sell an Xbox to get a PS4? Suddenly they're not allowed the PS4.
Yeah.
They're not allowed. They got to start again. You know, Sony have benefited from them buying a PS4, but they're not allowed to like get their shit.
Let's move on to something else. What consoles did you guys have? Like, what were your first consoles?
Oh, that's a good question.
Who wants?
First
To...
Game Boy
console.
Color,
Oh,
Wait, are we
going
talking?
for
Are we talking
handheld or are we going
handheld
for plug-in?
or actual console?
everything.
Handheld for me, it was a DS, I think, the original one.
I had a Game Boy Color.
I had Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advanced.
So, okay,
Same.
who remembers on the Game Boy that you used to get that little the light that attached onto it, and like the little glass thing, so you could see in the bright, like when you're driving the car.
Yes.
That pack
Yes.
saved my life. Trying to play Pokemon and you can't see
Oh,
anything because of the
Pokemon.
screen glare. So you got the little LED and the little magnifying glass.
Yes.
It's-
What was your first console, sort of thing? Maybe just like the PlayStation, like the original PlayStation.
I think mine was
Yeah,
the
same.
PlayStation 1. Yeah.
Yeah, PlayStation, man.
What
I'm
was
not
your
like,
favorite game on those
Yeah, so I
consoles?
remember
I probably played a
Atari.
Sega Mega Drive and a N64, but I never owned
Yeah.
either of them.
What was your favorite game on these consoles?
Oh, man, that-
Simpsons Hit and
Power
Run.
Range. Power
Oi,
Rangers.
oi, okay. So, PS1, Tomb Raider.
Oi,
Tomb
oi,
Raider,
oi,
the
oi.
original Tomb Raider, okay, was sick. But then I remember getting a PS2, and Simpsons Hit and Run came out.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my
But-
goodness. There was Simpsons,
Stop.
what was that other Simpsons game? When you'd, like the taxi one? Road Rage.
Oh,
Road Rage.
Yes.
That game was just the best. I mean, the Simpsons games top every game ever. To
Did
ever
you guys
exist.
Did you guys ever play Jungle Party? It's like the big party game where you would have like
No.
a bunch of different. Oh right,
No.
I'll send you an image of it.
I remember back in 2001 or 2002, I went to America and before the original Xbox came out over here, so obviously that was something huge, because it was the PS1 and that was it.
Yeah.
And I went over to America, and the people who I stayed with over there had the original Xbox because obviously it came out over there earlier.
Mm.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness!
it
I remember playing.
It came out in end of 2001 in
Yeah.
NA, and here it was mid-March 2002.
Yeah, so I
So,
played
yeah.
around that time. It was literally just as it came out over in Texas. Well, in America. I was over in Texas, and
Jaguar
original
just-
Halo. Oh my goodness. I didn't
So I-
leave my...
so
I went
on-
to Chuck E. Cheese once, and that was it in Texas.
Chuck
So I
E. Cheese
pla-
is rank. I'm sorry.
On the original Xbox, I played Star Wars Battlefront, the original one.
Oh yeah, that was a
That
good
was
one.
the best fucking
I
game.
remember playing on the multiplayer thing on Mos Eisley, and it was just amazing. It was
That was
just
so
such a good
bad.
game. It was great.
So,
No, I was so bad.
when you
Oh,
guys
right, I
think
thought you
of
said it
your
was so bad.
childhood of gaming, what springs to mind straight away without having to even really think about it?
Jack and Daxter.
Lego Star Wars.
See, this is a difficult one for me because I had a lot of games, but there's not one that like really stands out.
Jamie's a spoiled kid, by the way.
I'm sorry.
You know, I it's hard for me because I had every game that was available at the time.
No, I never had every single game. I just had multiple games. I think.
Did
I think Banjo and Kazooie and shit.
So, you know,
like that.
for me, it would either be Tomb Raider on the PS1 or Tom and Jerry on my Game Boy.
Oh, Tom and Jerry.
I remember when I was playing
Oh,
that on my
mate.
Game Boy and I got my hand bitten by my or someone in my family. They were annoyed that I was playing it at the table, so they bit my hand.
So they bit your hand.
Yeah, like completely like bit it as hard as he could. It was weird.
Do you ever get the
Did they have any like
little cards?
PS1 or PS2 games? Oh, they did.
No.
Do you ever get the little cards that you put in like the DS or the Game Boy or something, and it just
Yeah,
comes
that
up with like
has loads of
50
games
games,
on them.
and you
Yeah,
can just
yeah,
fucking
yeah. They
you
were
can
the
just play
best.
any game.
The
I have
fire
one of them
cards on the
right now.
DS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
They
getting that as a
were
Christmas present. I was like,
totally
"Mum, this
cool,
isn't
by
the
the
game I asked for." She's like, "No, it's every game." I was like, "You're the
What?
best."
Every game.
You know what? You know what, Sam? That's the exact same story with me. I was, I think it was my birthday. I was like, "Yeah, can you like get me this game for my DS?" And Mom was like, "Yeah, put it in." And I was like, "That's definitely not what I asked for." And I was like, "All right, I'll put it in." And then you just see all these games, like, you know what? The
Oh
game
my
is pretty
Little
God.
much
menu.
Professor Layton. It's like a sort of crime-esque game.
Oh
now,
my God.
so-
Sam, send me your PS4
Why?
because I want to buy the Jack and Daxter.
How about
whatever
no?
it fucking it's called. Oh, but please.
If I had my other one, I would.
Wait,
but
right,
what happened to
yeah.
that?
Ratchet and
Um,
Ratchet and Clank was good, but Jack and Daxter was
I-
the shit
I
before
was,
Ratchet
I
and
was
Clank.
thinking of a game that I like played a lot in Ratchet and
So-
Clank's game.
Who got overly hyped when the Wii came out?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So,
Yes.
I got it when I was 3, right? Because it came in like 2006.
Oh my God,
so,
you're so
um,
young.
I know.
I was
I
about to
went
laugh at that.
downstairs.
You're so
and then
young. Oh my God.
the little box was there, right? It said Wii on it. And then my mum's like, Roan, look at this. I'm like, oh shit, it's a Y-eye. And I called it a Y-eye for so many years.
So- I've got a very similar story to yours, Rowan. In that I woke up Christmas Day. I'm going downstairs, and there's all these like rubber covers for the Wii controller. I was like, no way!
These
Like
bushers are-
tossing around
they're like-
down
they're
the
like
stairs,
little Wii
and I'm
condoms.
freaking out. And I walk in the lounge, and there's the Wii plugged in.
Oh,
Wii Sports loaded up, but there's also the whole Rock Band collection thing set up.
yeah.
Oh, I was freaking out.
You get little
All I
attachments
wanted
for the
to do, I
remote.
wanted to play some
Little
bowling.
gun.
I did. I was freaking out.
What's your guys' opinion on like the different things that Nintendo have branched out to, like the Switch, the Wii U,
I think
and
that
stuff like that?
I personally don't play any of the Nintendo things, but I
Nintendo
think
are
that
next
overall
level.
they're plays into every community, everyone at all. They
The
are
Switch
just
is
amazing.
the Switch is fun.
Sam, look at that
Switch
message.
is the
I've
shit.
sent you
I've
in
got
the
it.
Discord.
It's brilliant.
What's it, 1-2 Switch or whatever that.
Is
game's
that
called?
how you reacted?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is that that's how I imagined that description was how I imagined what you.
Did you ever get the little like I used to get this magazine, and it came with like little like sticker covers for the Wii remote, and it was like little
Why,
fire ones, and I
Oh,
put them on.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
so fucking cool.
It was sort of like the
What
Wii's
is-
version
oh, I
of flavored
can't-
condoms.
Who bought like the
I
sticky
can't-
decals for their console controllers, thinking that they were
Yeah.
fucking sick?
I had like this graffiti one, and I put it on, and there was a little like arch in it where I didn't put on right, and I was so gutted. I ordered a new one. I was that sad that because when you take it off, it's sort of like the stickiness of it goes away. Well, the one that I had.
What was the game that like was released with the Wii? Like there was
Wii
like Wii Sport,
Wii
Wii
Sport,
Sports,
yeah.
yeah, and was Wii Play one of them as well.
Yeah. Did you
I
guys?
remember that.
Ever,
That
yeah.
was brilliant.
Did you guys
Yeah.
ever play Resident Evil on the Wii?
Yes, I was actually just
No,
about
so
mentioning that.
I didn't know.
What Resident Evil
And
are
I
you on
have
about, Jamie?
experience. I
I
have
just
experience for
bought
only
one.
one Resident Evil.
So I think it's Resident Evil 4 I'm on about.
Wait, I'll tell you now.
Who thought that a fucking nunchuck was always so stupid?
Yeah, but until you used it for boxing.
Okay, so who here loaded up their Wii, okay, saw the warning about tying the strap on and was like, I'm too fucking tall for that, and then realised that your mum would fucking kill you, so you put it on just in case.
Not
Rowan,
Rowan, because he was 3.
I learned
I
that
was
a
doing
bit
the
too
boxing,
late.
and my mum was standing behind me doing boxing,
Oh no.
and I was sitting in front of her, fucking beating her.
I just want this story to end with a punch in the face.
And then
That's
she's
all I
fucking
want.
yes, exactly. She's fucking she's trying her hardest, and then she just baps me in the head with a fucking remote. It's just the funniest thing.
Did you ever
Right.
play the? What was the game where you had the? Oh, any of you play Legend of Zelda?
I played all.
What one was it? What one was it on the Wii that was like fucking?
Did you
Sorry.
guys ever play Manhunt?
Quick
actually?
Googling.
That Rockstar game, the one that's like really fucked up, Manhunt.
No.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that
what was it
most brutal
called?
game.
So you're
Oh,
looking
Twilight Princess.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Did you play that on the Wii?
I hated Legend of Zelda.
Super
Oh, I
Mario
fucking
Galaxy.
love Zelda.
Everybody shut
Too
the fuck
hard.
up. Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh, what about
Oh,
what was it called? The fucking party one. Mario
Wii
Party. or
Mario
whatever it's
Party.
called.
oh yeah.
Mario Party, yeah.
Mario
Was
Party
it
2
Super?
was always
Is
fun.
it Super Mario Party or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the board game one, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Wii
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Wait,
It's like
Yeah,
a board game.
yeah,
It's
it's
not
a
like
board game.
Oh
on the
yeah,
Wii.
yes, yeah,
Wait,
the board game.
everybody, be quiet. We're forgetting about like the most like legendary game, Super Smash Bros.
Oh
Yeah.
What?
yeah.
So,
but
who-
that for me was a GameCube game, not.
Yeah,
a,
I was
not
gonna
a
say
Wii game.
that wasn't
Yeah.
really a Wii game.
Uh,
That was before.
I found it better on the Wii. Super Mario
Yeah,
Party.
so I used to have this. One of my friends came to my house, and he played Smash with me. And this one time he came over without asking, and his mum showed up at the doorstep, took him out, and then I looked out the window at his car, and she was just fucking slapping his hand out in the car. I was looking outside, and I was like, "Holy fuck, what have I done?" And
So-
I never saw him again.
Do you guys remember the GameCube controller?
Yes.
Yes,
Like,
I've
Can
Can
actually
you remember
got-
that
I've actually
fucking
got one on my
yellow
shelf.
stick that was on it?
Yes.
How fucking bullshit was that?
So
Like, did you ever use it?
I had no idea what it was for.
I love
Yeah,
how we're kind of
exactly.
working our way through the years of all our consoles.
I know.
But has anyone tried to go back and play one of the first ever games they played quite recently?
I played Ratchet and Clank a couple of weeks ago.
No.
So I bought PlayStation 2, I think, but I also then set up my PS1, and I went back and played the original Tomb Raider game,
Mm. Is it
and
trash?
I had to turn it off because
Was it ruining your childhood?
it wasn't that. It's just the way that we've adapted to graphics of games now is absolutely ridiculous. Like I went back and it was unbearable for my eyes because you could see it was like 64 pixels.
Wait, did you guys ever play Just Dance? Because I've got a really good story for that. I was round at my grand's, right, and I was just messing around because I was a kid, so I wasn't like interested in what people think. So I was sitting just doing this Just Dance thing, and I made the mistake of not putting the thing around my wrist, and I swung the remote, and it went right through, like not right through her TV, but it like smashed in front of her TV. And I
Remember
ruined.
when the Xbox Connect came out?
Yeah. Remember we used to video chat on it.
Yeah.
It's like FaceTime for kids that couldn't afford iPhones at the time. Did you ever play the Transformers game on the Wii?
Yeah.
I
No, I
loved
played on Xbox, no man.
I love that.
Yeah, I played it on Xbox. I remember
I
going to
didn't- I didn't-
Blockbuster
I-
renting it out.
Right, let's move
Oh,
on
no,
to
I'm-
like the
Oh,
PlayStation.
Blockbuster.
So
Don't even get me started on that. It was
Right,
so
right,
yeah,
good.
I was about to
right,
say who's.
everybody- Shut
So
up, right.
this is
No, listen.
no, I'm not. No,
We were talking about Blockbuster.
who,
Yes, my mum used to work there.
you say this nearly every session.
The story channels.
Thinking
Every
backwards.
session.
Every session, yeah. My mum works in
Every time we're in
Blockbusters.
Discord,
I don't
Jamie
think
mentions
so.
the fact that his mum used to work in Blockbuster as if like it was this huge job. But I remember going down to my local Woolworths and finding the reduced
Oh, yeah.
games, and then every Friday, we'd
Shout
go
out
down
to
to
Woolworths.
Blockbuster, and we'd get like the 3 for £10 movies. But I'd also be allowed to rent out a game, and it was just.
I remember
It's
that. I
the
remember,
best
yeah, I
feeling
did
when
that
a
as
new
well.
game's come out and Blockbuster has it there for you to rent for 1 week, and you're like, I'm gonna make the most of this because I can't afford the game. Like, it was just,
Yeah.
it's just the best
And do you
feeling.
but back in that day when Blockbuster was doing games and all of that, like new games were coming out for like 20 quid, but now they're like 50.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's because the consoles have got so much.
It's
better,
crazy
so
to
they're,
think that back then you'd be like, oh, not £20 for a game. Like it was really expensive to spend £20 for a game, but now it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
£20 for a
Inflation.
game is a
Like a
bargain.
Yeah,
Nah.
like if I saw a relatively new game for 20 quid, I'd be all over that shit.
It's sort of the thing I don't.
Also,
understand
by the way,
is-
did I just have a voice crack or not?
I think so. No.
Okay, cool.
the
It sounded like I
thing
didn't.
I don't understand is like we always go forward, but then we go backwards. So like consoles, we've gone forward in
step forward,
graphics,
one step
forward in
back.
price and stuff. But then you get games like Fortnite, where obviously it's the most popular game, but the graphics are backwards. Like it's more
No,
cartoony.
with the backward, it's cartoony, but it's still high quality.
but then the
like,
price is
it's,
backwards as well. Like
it's free.
Yeah.
it's weird. It's strange that like we go all the way forward.
But
Like
it's earned more money than anything else for a long time.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like that's
but
just ridiculous.
What I was
They
saying-
just recently hit 1 billion, didn't they?
Who used to, when they'd set up their PS2 or PS1 or whatever on their box TV, always used to rub the screen to get that nice staticky feeling.
The static feeling on
Yeah.
your hand, yeah. What?
Oh, what the box, the big fuck
The
off
big back
TVs.
TVs,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. With the
What,
does
and,
it-
and then you had like an inch thick like static
Yeah.
feel. Yeah, and you just put your hand through it and you could feel the static all around it. Or did you guys not do that?
Yeah.
No, I've done that.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Did you ever like have one of them cars TVs, and it's like just a
Mm.
regular
Yeah.
TV, but
Yeah.
it has like a fucking Lightning McQueen border or something.
No,
See,
well,
I'm a little bit older than you, so no,
I'll
because
talk
I was
after
quite a
that.
lot. How old was I when?
So I
Cars
didn't have
came
one
out?
of them, but I had a silver one, probably like 5 inches big. Like it was really small, but I covered it in
Oh,
Toy
and
Story
do
stickers.
you remember the wall mounts for them as well? Like they had like they were just a big plate.
Yeah, like
a
and you
plate
Put the
that you
TV on.
sat on,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, so I
saying-
was 10 when Cars came out, so
Jesus.
it was not
as entertaining.
I didn't really want a
Yeah.
Cars TV.
So
No. Oh fuck! Right, am I gonna get to talk?
Yeah.
Right. Let's say right. Basically, the only reason
So
I
anyway.
used to play, all right, fuck off. The only reason I used to like play all these games, obviously, while I used to work in Blockbuster, I would get like free rentals every
What does
single
it?
week.
what does
Right? No, listen. And basically, I would the week before they shut, right? I went in and I just rented like all the most latest games, and I just got them all for nothing because the
Rebel.
shop shut before I could hand them back. Do you guys remember when Netflix used to
Whoa.
send you the movies
I,
instead of?
Netflix still do that.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure they do. I'm
They-
pretty sure you can order a
No,
film
they-
from like
Sky Store
Netflix.
do that.
No, because
Um,
you used to rent stuff out on Netflix and you would send it to your house and you would
It's
have
just
to
like
send.
physical copies of everything nowadays are just pointless.
And expensive. They're
Oh no,
usually-
wait, hang on. Yeah, movies delivered, movie night to your mailbox, free shipping, no late fees. They still do
No.
it.
No, I'm on about like when you wanted to watch the movie and it was like you would pay the subscription, right? And like it was
Yes, join
sort
for a free month.
Wait, what? Seriously? Wait.
Yeah, dvd.netflix.com.
Hmm.
Thanks, Rowan. What was that about? What? Why is Rowan moving?
I didn't mean it.
Oh, okay.
No, it's like because I swear Netflix used to only like
They used to only do that, but now
Yeah.
they do that as well as obviously the streaming service. But they still do the
that's only-
OG Netflix.
in the US so right now.
I feel like we're kind of moving away from the topic of games.
Yeah,
this
let's
week.
let's move on.
That's
Let's
okay.
move on to something
Well, yeah,
else.
no. Yeah. The main thing I was gonna say is, what do you guys feel about every game becoming a battle royale? So you got Call of Duty, who was like, it was the big.
God.
It was the Blockbuster game, like back in the day.
Blockbuster.
Did you know that my mum worked for Blockbuster? And now they're trying to adapt to obviously the scene of Fortnite and everything, by making the battle royales as is Battlefield and etc.
I mean, it's only a game mode with those ones. It's not the actual game. Like with Fortnite and with PUBG and with H1, it's all that is the game. But with Call of Duty and Battlefield and all of that, it's just a game mode, so you don't have to do it. So I don't mind
extent.
that. They're accepting that that's the way the gaming world is going.
It's also
they're accepting that shooter games are
the
that.
online of Call of Duty has now. I don't think they've made a campaign for the new one that's coming out.
No, they've not.
No, but they've not. But the campaign's been slowly disappearing anyway. Like the focus
Everyone
on
loves
it.
the campaign. So no matter what game I get, I always used to play through the campaign first.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong, I did as well. But it was one of those things that did slowly become less and less. Like like Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3, they were all campaign.
Oh yeah, it was campaign based because online wasn't really a thing.
Yeah, but then you've got Call of Duty 4, which was very much a campaign with an addition of multiplayer, but the multiplayer was fucking insane. And and then it just World at War again was campaign based, but then it's slowly gone away from that. Probably after the Modern Warfare 3.
What these devs need to realize is they're not a battle royale. They're a first-person shooter. Like
they've all got their own online communities, and they shouldn't be fitting around another game's community.
Because
Favorite Call of Duty campaign go.
Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, it's the one I remember the most.
Or the original Call of Duty, because there's a bridge scene, and like you're hiding in a trench, and there's a huge bridge you got across.
I liked COD 3, the campaign for that.
I like Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. That was good. Enjoyed that.
But yeah, I think
Modern
Warfare 2 was
on the
the
Wii.
best campaign for me. But yeah, no. Just going back to the every game doing battle royale thing, they're like as a business, they're recognizing the market and going for it. Like you can't fault them for that, but you can fault them for what you said about the whole industry. They're recognizing their own audience.
Yeah,
but I mean, Call of Duty needed something fresh because it's just the same game over and over and over and over.
Yeah,
but that's what appeals to people.
Yeah, but you.
Yeah, I know. But if the
Call of Duty community doesn't enjoy change.
Well, no, you're right.
No, they need to realize.
That's why they play Call of Duty.
Advanced Warfare, right? They've done exosuits a bit decent. I enjoyed Advanced Warfare, but when Black Ops started picking up on that shit, that ruined it all.
Well, I'd say Advanced Warfare ruined it in that sense, because the Call of Duty community went downhill from them because, as I said, they don't enjoy change. So when they added such a huge feature change, that kind of ruined it for the community. I think.
When did gun game become a thing?
Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
Black Ops 1. So that was when that was my favorite game. I fucking loved gun game. It was.
I enjoyed One in the Chamber as well.
Oh yeah.
One in the Chamber was good.
Infected.
What was it?
We used to do like 1v1s or One in the Chamber all the time. What map was it?
Yeah, I remember that. Rust.
Nuketown.
Oh no, fucking
Yeah,
Nuketown. Yeah.
I really want to get like all these Call of Duties on PC, but they've not went down in price to suit like their year because they're losing players obviously because their games are like because if I checked now, Call.
It's just gone silent.
Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is still £40.
Yeah, but and how much is COD 4? Shopping. Oh my god, you can get COD 4 for fucking £7.
I used to play Call of Duty all the time, like 24/7, just Infamous
Yeah,
and then
Call of-
your fucking
yeah.
Call of Duty.
Me and
Call of
Roan
Duty
would like
was
stay
my-
up all
I just
night
miss
playing
that.
like Black
Yeah,
Ops
and
2 and
I
MW2
fucking
and
hated
shit.
Battlefield as well. Like Call of Duty was where it was at with me, and I just it was the whole like PlayStation Xbox argument, but in games like it was always Battlefield or Call of Duty. Which one do you prefer?
I was
And
literally
Call
just
of
about
Duty
to,
every day.
Yeah, I was going to bring up that statement. So who here was Battlefield over Call of Duty or Call of Duty over Battlefield?
I was Call of Duty. Yeah, Call of Duty.
I
did
I was
get into
Call of Duty over
when
Battlefield
Battlefield
until
1
like
came out.
yeah, Battlefield 1 was very good.
Yeah,
Battlefield 1 was a very good game.
Wait, Roan,
I've not
what was the
played it.
last Xbox game we played together? Like, a lot.
Probably fucking Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny 2. That was a good game while it lasted.
Destiny 1 was just like the best game because it was just a
Yeah.
game that you could grind and you could just fucking get
Des-
better at.
I never
it's-
actually played Destiny. I've got Destiny
it's
2
still really
installed in
good.
It
this
was
computer.
fantastic.
If anyone here has
I've
Destiny
got-
2,
I've got
I'm
I've
I'm
got
up for
Destiny.
playing Destiny because I've never tried that.
As am
Yeah.
I. I've got it installed and haven't played.
Another thing as well, just talking about like us doing our thing usually. If anyone finds a good multiplayer campaign game that they want to play, I'm up for streaming / recording that game.
Sam, you're well aware of that EA game I bought.
I kind of bought that and played it through myself.
What
Are you
were doing?
bullshit? You can't.
Oh no!
you joking
fucking,
me?
I
what do
kind
you
of did
call
that
it?
on PS4.
A way out. A way out.
Oh, mate.
I'm very up for. I'm
I'm
I'm up for replaying it. And I'll act like I never played it.
A Way Out is one of the
I
best
can't believe you
story-based
played it.
games ever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rowan?
Yeah.
As an idea for this channel, did you want to kind of also make like kind of react episodes? It's on the same kind of basis, so like the nostalgia kind of feeling. So we could get like the old Simpsons trailer and pop our webcams
Yeah,
in the corners of the
I'll
screen
watch it.
and react to that.
Head into like a Google
Mhm.
Hangout or something.
I feel like that's something really cool we should do.
That would be quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't noticed, this podcast episode's obviously been a bit messy, as it's the first
It's
one.
it's very ad hoc.
What?
Ad hoc. It's like just fucking go with it.
Yeah. We didn't really have a
New
plan. It
PUBG
was kind of
map
like
incoming.
it was.
Yeah.
It was a
Ad hoc.
last minute thing.
H1 Fortnite consoles advanced technology called versus Battlefield PUBG upcoming game.
We've not shh, spoilers.
Thank you for reading the
Spoilers for the
script.
next 20 minutes of the podcast. I mean,
How long have
I
we been
can't-
Where are we?
We're at 41 minutes so far.
Okay.
I feel like the conversation's flowed very well on the podcast so far.
It has flowed quite well. It
Um,
it hasn't felt like a 40-minute conversation.
Obviously,
Yeah.
guys, I know you probably haven't made it to 40 minutes, but if you have enjoyed the podcast so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. New podcasts every Monday.
Tell your friends about the podcast. We need some
Fresh.
Word of
exposure.
mouth.
We can upgrade people's microphones as well to the Blue Yetis
Yeah.
when we start making that monetization money.
Jeremy will be working off a
Joking.
little testicle-shaped microphone.
Jamie and Roan have the
Nice.
balls. Me and Zach have the
Yeah,
dicks.
It was just 2 balls and 2 dicks.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're pretty much Logan Paul at this point in time.
Oh.
His lack of ball percentage. Talking about Logan Paul, who's going to win the fight?
Right.
Alright,
This sounds
fucking
really
play.
bad, but I think Logan's more prepped for it.
Really?
Both
He's
the
had a
polls will
background
win.
in-
I don't want them to, but both the polls will win.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
feel. Has anyone watched the face to face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Logan Paul and KSI's one, and
I don't
KSI's like,
know,
"I'm a
most
god."
dead,
so Logan Paul's like, "I'm an animal, and I wouldn't even mess with me." And KSI's like, "Yeah, but I'm a god." And Logan's like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" He's like, "Don't talk about my son like that." And like, so I think Logan's trying to paint this new picture for himself. Yeah.
Mhm.
But have you seen his most recent video about KSI and about
Yeah.
the sexual harassment cases back in the day? Like
Yeah,
Eurogamer
about
and
him
stuff.
going up and doing like the rape face to people. And
Yeah,
apparently that's
which
like,
has all been cleaned up and cleared, and
yeah.
Logan's again taking stuff out of context to make KSI look bad.
Yeah, no, but listen, we could bring up the shit that happened in January and February when he went up and fucking basically defiled this dead body.
That's the thing is,
Like,
in my opinion, KSI could have brought up this stuff a lot worse. Like he hasn't really mentioned the suicide forest.
Maybe he's not allowed to.
Yeah, he might contractually be obliged not to talk
Yeah.
about it.
yeah, no, but it's like it's horrendous. Logan Paul's trying to build himself back up, and I appreciate him for trying to make
So,
an effort.
Has anyone
But-
seen the Casey Neistat Logan Paul interview?
Yep, that's what I was about to move
Yeah.
on to.
Did you see how annoyed Casey was, and
Yeah.
how
No.
much Casey was going for them? I really liked the fact that Casey obviously doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, no, what I would say is, did you see how he got the True Geordie? He basically said that he could. He's confirmed commentate to find out the True Geordie. basically before he was like, Logan said that he didn't want him commentating. Because
So
he made a
UK
video
fight
like,
should be whoever
shitting on
team. I forgot what they're actually called, but KSI's team wants. And then the US fight, the rematch that's happening in February, should be whoever Logan Paul wants to commentate it.
What I hate, right, is they're already planning rematches. Like, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Money,
Like,
it's good money. They're
Yeah.
clearly making a lot of money. It's pay per view. Like, it's £9 to watch it live on YouTube.
it?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
in
you
my
have to
opinion.
actually pay to watch it.
You get fucking.
But that's typical with
people
boxing
on-
in general, regardless of it being amateur or not. It's
a
typical with
YouTube
boxing.
fight, though. I mean, the actual fight's going to be monetized. It's going to have hundreds of million viewers, so that's thousands upon tens of thousands of ad
Sponsored
revenue
by
alone.
Pepsi Max.
My
It's
dad paid
sponsored.
like £30 to watch the.
I'm
Conor
pretty sure it's
McGregor
sponsored by
Mayweather fight.
JD.
Yep, it is.
So I
Okay.
mean, the sponsorships that it's already bringing in, I feel like it doesn't need to be. But at the same time, I mean, normal boxing fights would be.
Mm.
Anyway, going very off topic of the topics that we've got written down.
Where are we moving to now? Are we going here, or are we skipping
So,
and going here?
Yeah, let's yeah, PUBG. What's everyone's views on PUBG? I know Jamie and Rowan have a lot of time spent on PUBG, and you're actually decent at the game.
Like 100 hours on it.
Yeah, but
I think it's
you
just-
understand the game, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's just too slow. Like the new map is really good because it's smaller and it forces people into more fights. But the gameplay, like mechanics and that, are just still like really too slow.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, I've not played it much, and the reason I don't play it is because it's not nearly as fast paced as Fortnite. Even when you're having a slow game on
Yeah,
Fortnite, it's still faster
It's very
paced than
hard
PUBG.
to learn the game. I keep on trying, but it's so hard because it's such a big map, and there's so much in the map. You need.
I'm just loading up Steam
Have you
to
played the
see how many
smaller one?
hours I've actually got played
Hmm?
on it.
I played a smaller one.
No.
It's very good. Okay, so
But is
you
it
know
good
that
for someone
time
that plays it, or is it good for someone that's new to the game?
you?
Okay.
You know that time that me, you, and Jim were playing it.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know, but Jamie told me that you were fucking speeding along into this fight, and you just got out of the car when it was moving full speed.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
and
I
you just
completely
died,
forgot
and
that
you're
was
like,
a
"Oh,
thing."
you shot me."
Well, no, I didn't say you shot me. I said I forgot the cars move. Cars run you over. I did.
Brilliant.
I did point out that I ran myself over, but I completely forgot that was actually a mechanic in the game. Any games that at E3 that anyone was excited to hear about?
I don't really watch E3.
Or any games
I
in
don't
general
talk
that are
about
coming out
that.
that anyone
Well,
is actually
I mean,
excited for?
I've got a list of upcoming games here. If
How
you
long
wanna,
have I not been
if
talking
you want
for?
to just listen to me. For a minute.
Fortnite 2.
I accidentally muted my
Despacito
mic.
3. Despacito, the video game. I'd buy that.
How long have I not been talking for?
Probably like one or 2 minutes, Jamie. It's not been
right. Oh, what I was pointing out is, you remember when we were in a fight on PUBG and these guys were in the shack, and I was just downing them one by one, and just
Yeah.
as they got up, I was just downing them with a sniper.
So one game I'm very excited for this year is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, I knew you were going to bring.
Yeah,
that up.
I haven't shut up about it today because Sophie came around for dinner, and we're planning on going to the midnight release. We're getting it. We're going back to hers, and we're just grinding the game
Having
through.
sex while playing the game.
Yes, I'm
That's
having
his
sex
sister,
with my
you
sister.
fucking cunt.
Exactly.
Yes, I do love a bit of incest. Yeah, I loved Red Dead Redemption. It was really a game that I
So I'm just gonna
enjoyed.
reel off a bunch of. I've just loaded like 300 upcoming games, and I'm just gonna reel off the ones that I recognise the names for.
Right, you know what? Right,
There's
no.
Fallout like 78 or whatever it's called. The new Fallout
No,
game.
well, 76.
I'm not really a Fallout kind of
Oh,
person, but I
I've
like
never
the
played
graphics.
Fortnite. Fallout.
Yeah, I hate Fortnite.
You know what, guys? A game that I hated before is making like one of the best comebacks, No Man's Sky. Their
Okay,
release
to
was
me,
flopped
that
so
can't make a
hard.
comeback. I went to see it. I traded in about 5 or 6 games. Okay, in like to get the money to get it. Zach, was that when you were here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
No,
think
it was,
at
it was
home.
very early. It was early doors because I remember. I remember we were sitting in the living room.
Yeah. Mhm.
when I was coming over every night until like ridiculous o'clock,
Yeah.
and you were just sat there playing No Man's Sky every day.
No,
So the
but
fact
listen,
that
like,
they
this-
lied so
They're
much.
Yeah, but their most recent reviews are all very positive. Like 8,000.
Okay,
of
so
them.
the problem I have with No Man's Sky, okay, is I bought it to have a look because I'd heard that it had got better. So I bought it for like, I can't remember, like 20 quid or something like that. I have 28 minutes played on it, and I now cannot play it because I'm going to die the moment I log in.
Where are you, like? Because I played on.
What do you mean? Where am I? On
No,
fucking
like,
some
where-
fucking
no, but
planet
what's
in the
happening?
millions and
What's
billions.
happening to you?
I'm being so I was getting resources so that I could fix my ship, and then
It was
they
about to get in a
started
Bilbao.
attacking me. And then they started attacking me.
No,
The fucking
The thing I hate
fucking-
about No Man's Sky is the amount they lied and legally got away with. How does that make sense?
Yeah.
They oversold. They didn't.
They lied. They outright lied.
They've done well bringing it back.
How'd they lie? I didn't really watch like E3 or
How did they
anything.
lie? They said it was going to be a online game, but you wouldn't know that you were bumping into characters because of how many planets there are. It wasn't an online game. I mean,
Right.
there was no
Right.
chance you'd ever bump into anyone because it was impossible because no one else was in your game. The other thing as well is
Because they were all so
every
far
planet
away.
looked completely different. No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
They're the exact same.
Hey, right.
I'm sorry, but there was
gonna-
probably about 50 to 100 different presets of planets out of the thousands that they generated. Congratulations.
Basically, what they've done now is I'm going to read out some of the things because
I've seen all the new things that they've done,
July
but
17th,
I understand that they've recovered it and they're doing
Yeah,
stuff to bring it
they've-
back,
they've
but
added multiplayer. They've added all the stuff that they promised. They've got
but
everything.
that should have been out on release. All
Yeah,
the people
yeah,
that
yeah,
pre-ordered the
obviously,
game.
yeah.
But I think that because it was so hyped, they didn't want to delay it, and so they just released it as is. And
No,
what they should
no,
have
but-
what they should have done was just gone for a Steam early access. It's not done yet. Type approach
Here it
rather
is.
than
Yeah.
No,
rather
listen,
than sticking to the release. They should have gone early access. Look, here it is. It's not complete yet, but if you want to play it now, play it now. But it's going to be another 6, 10, 12 months before it's
2
actually done.
years.
Well, yeah, no, before it.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 years.
Ba-
what?
no, basically, what's happened, right? Is it wasn't actually the developer's fault. It was the person, the PR guy.
I mean,
like,
it was also
all
the
these
head
conventions and stuff.
developer that said that everything was going to be coming out, though.
Yeah, that's the guy who was dealing with like all the PR stuff. None of the developers were like happy with this guy going out and lying blatantly about the game.
Yeah, but
that
it
they
was
were
also the
making.
developers that were lying, though.
Well, they've made a
Wait,
good-
were Hello just the publishers, or did they develop it as well?
let's see. I'll tell you the now. Yeah, they made it as well.
Developer
Hello
and
Games,
publisher, yeah.
did they not make Wii? Nah, I'm
No,
wrong.
they've made 4 games: Joe Danger, Joe Danger 2, Joe Danger Infinity, and No Man's Sky.
The fuck's Joe Danger?
Fuck knows, but they got 3 of them.
No Man's Sky was a big step up from Joe Danger. Just looking at it, like, what the fuck?
What else is there? I'm just scrolling down the bunch of new games that are coming out just to see if there's anything. Hitman 2 is on the list.
Well,
I
love these
Hitman
games.
kind of got ruined for me. Number one, because I'm shit at it. I'm not good with stealth games. But number two, the fact that they released the last one
Apologies.
in a kind of a series really pissed me off. So it was like £40 for each episode or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I do not rate that. I do not rate that one bit.
The original
FIFA
Hitman
19?
games. I love them.
FIFA is
19
FIFA.
is-
Like,
Sorry.
does anyone
FIFA
even
will
play
always-
that game anymore? It's
Give
the
us
same
money.
every year.
It's like a recycled version of FIFA 18.
I think Pez will be the new thing soon.
Yeah, I think.
Now
so.
there'll be a new one. Be a new one. It'll be called like AFIF.
AFIF 2020. Be in
or
the
just
future.
UEFA.
Or it'll be
You
as
know
shit
what?
as Rocket League.
I had the
Whoa.
honor of
Mhm.
playing a game called Fractured Lads, which is like a car-based battle royale game because I was given a beta code for it, or like
What was it called?
It's called Fractured Lads.
Oh, okay.
It was just search up the now. It's like it's confusing, but it's a
Oh
really
no, no,
good game.
no. I just didn't hear the name. There wasn't because there was another battle royale game that was in like cars or more so robots, but yeah.
Cars free battle royale.
no, it was called what was it called? Robocraft Royale or Robo Royale or something like that. It's been cancelled. It was
Yeah,
it didn't do too good.
Hmm. They're,
But yeah.
developers of 60 Seconds are bringing out a new version
What,
in space called 60 Parsecs or something like that.
New games. So there's a new expansion or update or something for Destiny 2 coming
Destiny
out at
2,
some
yeah,
point.
something
Oh,
like
there's a
that.
new Spider-Man game.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming looks very good. Is it called Spider-Man Homecoming or something?
No,
else?
it's just called
Yeah.
It's called Spider-Man.
It looks very good.
It looks amazing.
I
It looks
I love
like
the Spider-Man
do,
games.
do you remember the Spider-Man games where you always played against Venom? Like whatever game it was, you always played against Venom.
Look, I think we should move on to the games that are actually released now. Like you can see, Detroit Become Human. That was a really good story game. Like,
So I started playing that.
Yeah.
I then finished it by watching. Yeah, shut up, Zad. Watched the playthrough actually. Finished the playthrough yesterday, and it was one of the only games I've really seen where your choices actually matter. The amount of different endings. What is it? Quantum Dream. The developers, yeah. The amount of different endings that they actually programmed into the game, I really do. I really rate that from them.
Quantic, just to
Quantic. Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Yes,
They did a really good job. The fact that every little decision had an actual different ending, it was absolutely
did
crazy.
Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls not do that as well?
Beyond Two Souls tried to do it. It was kind of like a fate one, so it was like, oh, this will change it, but there was like 2 or 3 different outcomes.
Can
Right.
you guys?
And Heavy Rain?
I'm not too sure about Heavy Rain.
I think they did.
Yeah, everyone did.
Did you guys ever play Far Cry 5?
No, I don't like
No.
the Far Cry games. So I don't do them.
Far
There-
Cry is
there
always
was-
the same. For me.
What
when I
happened
when
with
I
Far
when
Cry
I first
5?
started playing Far Cry was Far Cry 3, and I couldn't turn off
Yeah.
motion blur, so I sold it.
Look, listen, what I was really like gutted about with Far Cry 5, I was so eager to get in and play it, but the AI are just retarded. Like literally, I got out of my car, my fucking like the guy that I was with drove off my car, and like the enemies, you could legit like walk right in front of them and they won't recognize you. I think they may have fixed it now, but
So there's also the new Pokemon games that are coming out. Have any of you seen about them?
No.
Have you not seen about like Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee?
No.
The Switch games.
Yeah.
Oh, they look fucking insane. I'm buying a Switch to play them because it's like Switch exclusive, and
I think
it's
I'm
gonna be
ask for
so
a
good.
because I borrowed a Switch off my uncle. It was pretty fun. Another game. I recently streamed it. The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. It's like it's made by the same people that made.
So that game, I watched CD and the Third.
Strange.
Jamie play that.
Yeah.
That's only got a little bit out of it at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's because it's a teaser, but the game I'm buying it looks.
Yeah. When
so
does the
good.
game come out?
I'll tell you now.
'Cause that actually looks like a really good game. That's a playthrough I'll probably end up doing.
So this website that I'm on now is called Green Man Gaming. It's got a list of upcoming games for this year, and instead of pre-order, it's pre-purchase. Like just fucking yeah.
Yeah, so the full version of the Awesome.
There's a new Tomb Raider game coming out.
I like the new Tomb Raider because it's not puzzles, it's all action. They've completely changed it.
Is it? I've not played a Tomb Raider game for so long.
That can be a conversation for another podcast about like how games change
Yeah,
compared to like the first one.
let's make a note of that.
Oh wait, no, the Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit was actually just a teaser for Life is Strange 2, so that's coming out on September the 27th.
Oh, that's stupid.
Another good game that's recently came out is The Crew 2. I played down on Xbox for a bit. That's amazing. It's like one of the like real time fucking. I don't know. It took like me an hour to drive across the whole map. It's mad. Let's see. Any other things that we need to cover?
Yeah, the Crew has like one of the biggest maps. Like,
Yeah.
let's move on to favorite games.
Yeah, I was gonna say what is everyone's overall any console, absolutely anything. What really hits you?
Ticks the
Hits you
boxes.
things?
A hard
Destiny.
question.
It is a hard question.
A game that you could go back to at any point and be like, I fucking love this game.
The original Destiny.
Portal 2, probably. I think Portal 2 for me is like the shit.
Who here actually played Destiny? 'Cause I know Sam didn't. Roan.
So I played a bit of it. I didn't play loads because I didn't own it. I was borrowing it from I think it was my cousin actually that I was borrowing it from, and I just played a bit, and then yeah, he took it back. So I didn't play loads, but it was alright.
Oh,
I enjoyed it.
remember when we first completed the raid in the Taken King? How happy we were to complete
I know.
that shit. And then what I'd used never been flawless in Trails of Osiris.
No, you just got carried, Jimmy.
Roan, I've
Sam,
used-
did you mention your favourite game,
Already on.
or are you just?
Well,
sat there
I
thinking?
haven't yet.
So Jamie, yours was Destiny, did you say?
Destiny, yeah.
Roan,
Destiny.
what's your favourite game, Roan?
You come back to me.
So for me, I think it would probably be Simpsons Hit and Run, because I did go back to that a few months ago, and I managed to sit there for about 6 hours and just completely grind it.
I remember that.
Oh,
It
yeah.
wasn't 6 months ago. It was a lot longer than that.
It wasn't long ago, but I mean, I just smashed that through.
Roan, you remember?
But-
after
But I
school
remember you sat there playing it. In fact, I was playing it with you as well.
Yeah.
Unless you played it again since, but there was
No,
definitely
no,
a time
I-
about
I-
a year. It must have
Yeah,
been
yeah,
about a year
I
and a
think
half
it was
ago
about
now.
There,
But then-
sorry, I'll let you finish. Sorry.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
Sorry.
Sorry. Fuck, what was it? I was
Well,
saying another game.
I'll say what I'm saying, and then you
Yeah.
can think of. Yeah, basically, we and Roan used to go to like this after school club thing because our parents hated us, and they would have
I
like a
remember.
games console set up, right? And like Simpsons Hit and Run.
Jamie, he remembered.
Sam goes quick.
GTA San Andreas.
Oh, good game. What a game.
A game that you can go back to, and it is just pure nostalgia. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's just
All the cheats. Do you remember all the
the
cheats?
cheats.
Yeah.
On PC, you had all the mods, and it was one of those games. It was just absolutely amazing. So I remember like GTA Vice City came out before, did it? I
Yeah.
think Vice City was before.
Yeah, I think
remember
Vice City was
playing
before.
Vice City,
There was
it was
also
like-
Liberty City Stories
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
before as well.
But I remember playing like the original GTAs before that, and it was like, this is a really good game. But then San Andreas came out, and that actually ticked every box. Because I'm a huge GTA kind of person. Apart from GTA 5, I hate that because it's microtransactions to be able to play.
And you
Kind
get
of
banned for like no reason.
Dropping money on your head.
Nah, did you?
Rockstar, please unban my account.
I can remember GTA 4, like the amount of hackers that were on that. Like you would hop in it. Roan, did you not have GTA 4?
No.
Or like I don't know who it was, but I used to hop into GTA 4 lobbies with people, and these would like you would have like the swing set glitch and stuff that you would do, but then you would just get like sucked away by these like hackers and shit that ruin your game, and you have to leave, find a new one. Another game, Saints Row, just Saints Row in general.
I thought Saints Row was too much of a copy of GTA, personally.
As
I
just,
made
just
my
quickly
mind up.
before we go on, Ryan.
Okay, so I'm not gonna go for a nostalgic game that everybody can relate to. I'm just gonna go for Minecraft because I've got the most memories on it, and it's the
That's a
most
good-
fun.
it's a good-
That's a really good
Yeah.
shout, actually, because I spent a lot of time on Minecraft. Too much time
Yeah.
during GCSEs.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time on Minecraft. Mine wasn't quite as detrimental as yours,
Your
but
GCSEs.
Yeah, Zach knows personally how addicted, like physically addicted to the game I got. Like, I wouldn't eat.
It's a drug.
I had a cat in my room, and I wouldn't feed it because I was playing Minecraft. So my cat
So
got
just-
anorexic.
just quickly before we sort of tie this up, just has everyone got Steam open?
Yeah.
Do you use your wish list or not?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I've got 4 games on my wish list currently.
Oh, okay. Did you say no, Ryan?
No, I don't think I have any.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if we all had stuff in our wish list, I was gonna say just like no judging, just like reel off everything that's in the wish list. And
Well,
sort of-
I'll say
Anime
mine if you want.
Adventures 3.
No, but I mean, you can say yours, but mine's like I do use mine, so mine's got like 20 games in it.
Mine's is,
How do I get to?
on-
Alright, my wish
On
list
mine,
here.
I have Call of Duty
It's under
World at
store
War,
for some.
because Custom Zombies, Cuphead. That is my favorite game when it comes to like art style.
Why is it in
Yeah,
your wish
it was
list,
just it was just a reel off.
It's Cuphead is pretty legendary, not gonna lie. And GTA 5, because I've not got that on PC.
I've not got any.
And the new 60
Oh.
Seconds game is gonna be coming out soon.
Oh, mine's so fucking long. I've got
I
like
don't have anything.
Go for it, Zach.
Super Hot VR,
Bell them out.
Even after
Ghost Recon Wildlands, The Division, Rainbow Six Siege, Modern Warfare 2, Morrowind, Steep, Observer, Outlast 2, Prey,
Steep's
Rage.
free.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's £25.99.
Oh yeah, that's a shit game. That's what I'm
Steep,
thinking of.
Steep is a really good game, but it's,
What am I
it's
thinking
not
of?
very fun if you don't have friends to play with.
What am I thinking of?
Where did I get to? Did I say Prey?
No.
Okay, Prey, Rage, Just Survive, Black Desert Online. I don't even know why Black Desert Online's there. These bottom ones are a little bit hit and miss. Die Young, Resident Evil 7, Project Cars, Adrift, Modern Warfare, and Stick Fight the Game. Don't know why that's there either. But that's like £4.
That's a really good game, actually.
Is it? But
I've not
in
played it, but
the
watching stuff.
the reason for a couple of them is because they do VR. So like Resident Evil 7 was like, I want to play that in VR because it'd be fucking mental.
What VR do you have?
Oculus.
Probably have a heart attack.
Oculus and HTC Vive's like the more superior one in my opinion.
I'm well aware of that, but
Money.
they're no because they were about the same price when I bought my Rift. But one, you need a hell of a lot more space for a Vive, and two, the headset is so much heavier. Like when I was doing my degree, I had to work with both. And the,
look at me, my name's out after all degree.
Yeah, no, but it's relevant. It's relevant. I did a games degree, so it's relevant.
Nah,
And
Oh, I'm actually specialised in talking about gaming podcasts.
all right. But anyway, yeah, like I had to use both, and the Vive was so heavy in comparison to the Rift.
the
Like-
VR that I've
Zach,
had
what was your
experience-
favourite game? We never went over this.
Me,
He said Portal 2.
Yes.
Portal 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
No,
I
we
think-
missed
I
someone.
think
Who did we miss? No, we didn't miss anyone.
Jamie
And-
said
and-
Destiny. You said Minecraft. I said
Two.
Just hit and run. Like as a
And-
nostalgia
and
game,
San Andreas.
San Andreas was
Yeah.
also like.
yeah. What?
But yeah,
what
just
I,
like Portal 2 for me because it's like just a mental puzzle game.
I feel like before we start going on about VRs, I think that should also be for the next podcast. Because otherwise we didn't cover everything in like a 3-hour episode tonight. I do want to point out quickly before Rowan wraps this up for us that there will be a little snippet at the end of just a very simple voice clip of Rowan trying to intro our first ever podcast. Just a very small snippet.
Can you
I
play
hope-
it back for us at the end after you finish?
Yeah. So Rowan, if you want to outro this podcast.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching the first Scuffed podcast.
They're listening to it's a podcast mode.
What?
Thanks for watching. They're laying in bed with their
Technically,
eyes
they
closed
watch
and
it,
their
right?
headphones
Right, you know what?
in.
Can I outro this shit? Can I outro
No.
this shit?
Jimmy, I'll fucking throw you in a jug.
Jamie,
Um,
you can outro it if you do the fucking voice.
What? This one?
No. Rowan,
Anyway,
just
guys,
do it.
thank you so much for. I nearly said watching as well. Thank you so much for listening.
No, please.
What?
Right, you
I
know what?
think
Thank you
Rowan's
everybody
got-
for
I
listening
think
to
Rowan's
this
got it
podcast.
prepped.
Please tune into the next
I
one.
have it prepped. I just accidentally said watching.
Okay,
Right,
cool.
go on.
Rowan's gonna outro it. It's already been a 5-minute outro. So,
Right, no, well, let's just
take
make
it away.
this the
Take it
outro.
away.
Let's just make
Everyone
this the
shut.
outro.
Everyone
Fuck
shut.
this, just
Everyone
end it.
shut. Rowan, come on.
Okay, guys, thank you for listening to the first
Already
Scuffed
ended it.
podcast.
I didn't really. It's still rolling.
All of our socials should be somewhere. I don't know where Sam's gonna put them. If you liked it, make sure to tune in for more, and have a good time.
Don't forget to get your Logan Paul merch in the bio. Peace out.
Yeah, merch link in bio. 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 Yeah, merch.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first edition of the Scuffed. Start again, please.